you ever wondered why some people believe fake news, follow the crowd, or defend a politician no matter what? It's not just opinions. Sometimes our brains play trick on us. In this video, we'll talk about 5 common brain shortcuts called cognitive biases that affect how we vote.
Confirmation bias is a tendency to search for or interpret information in a way that it agrees with our pre-existing beliefs. This is when we only look information that agrees with what we already believe in. An example, during the 2022 Philippine presidential election, many voters who supported a candidate like Bongbong Marcos or Lena Robredo only followed Facebook pages or YouTube channels that supported or praises their chosen candidates.
Iba po ang tatay niya at ibang-iba po si BBM.
Jesus name po, na sana tuloy-tuloy na talaga siya. Kasi mahirap maging kampante pa rin eh. Kasi hindi natin alam yung mangyayari. Hoping for the clean and fair election this 2022. And kung sino man kung manalo, tatanggapin namin, nire-respeto po namin at maluwag sa dibdib. Bongbong Sara! Babalik na si BBM sa Malacanang! Yes! Powerful!
Ng pera ng aming opisina para hindi kami makatulong.
Quezon City residents are not the only ones who came to support Robredo. The Progressive Makabayan Coalition is also in full force. Their senatorial bet Nery Colmenares going all out for Robredo, even if he has yet to share the stage with her. They come from other cities and provinces too.
Of course, to show support to BB Lenny, dumayo po kami dito sa Quezon City. Ako po ay taga Pandacan, Manila. Actually, doon sa resibo na binanggit niya, madam, yun po ay isang pagpapatunay na may kakayanan po si BB Lenny na maging presidente ng Pilipinas at makatulong sa lahat ng mga Pilipino.
The Quezon City LGU later issues a reminder after the apparent health protocol breach due to the sheer size of the kakamping crowd. Robredo's campaign team quickly takes full responsibility, even if the rally was organized by the QC for Lenny group.
The effects of this is voters didn't get the full picture. Instead of looking at all sides, they only look at information that supports their candidates. To avoid this, voters must follow new and reliable sources, and let's start to vote wisely.
What is halo effect? It is the tendency of an impression created in one area to influence the opinion in another area.
An example. Last election, Sandro Marcos, the son of President Bongbong Marcos, gained widespread of attention not just because of his political platform, but also because of his public image and strong social media presence. Many young voters supported him because of his looks, charm, and popularity online rather than his political experiences.
Oo, may mga dalagitan na nga. Nakita ko yung tarpo, dinadala sa kwarto, ginagawang poster. Sana naman, humihingi lang ako ng konting tulong sa mga dalagitan na to. Sana kung kukunin nila, ilagay na lang sa labas ng bahay para makita ng tao.
The effect? People vote based on charm or fame, not competence, leading to emotional choices and less focus on real issues. So, how should we avoid this? Voters should critically evaluate candidates' qualifications, separating it from their public image or entertainment persona.
What is misinformation effect? The misinformation effect occurs when the person's memory of or perception of an event is altered by misleading information introduced after the fact.
Example for this is during the 2022 Philippine presidential election. Misinformation spread widely across social media platforms like Facebook, IG, TikTok, and YouTube. A notable example involves historical revisionism and false claim about Ferdinand Marcos Sr.'s regime being a golden era of the Philippines.
Golden age daw ng ating ekonomiya ang administrasyon ni dating Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Sr. Totoo ba yan? Fact check yan ni Bok Edlingao.
Ang ekonomiya ng Pilipinas maunlad lamang daw nung panahon ng mga Marcos. Yan pong pinangalandakan ngayon ng isang vlogger. Anya, mula nang mapatalsik si dating Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Sr., ngayon lamang ulit nangyari sa administrasyon ng anak niyang si Bongbong Marcos na muling gumanda ang ekonomiya ng bansa. Pinakita pa lang nasabing vlogger ang mga report kung saan sinasabi raw ng World Bank na ang Pilipinas ay inaasang maging isa sa mga pinakamabilis na paglago ng ekonomiya sa Southeast Asia ngayong taon. Totoo nga ba na sa panahon lamang ng mga Marcos nakaranas ng malagong ekonomiya? Mga kapatid, hindi po yan totoo. Sinuri po yan ng Facts First PH at ng Rappler. Bagaman totoo ang mga report tungkol sa forecast ng World Bank, ito ay mababa pa rin kumpara sa target growth rate ng ating gobyerno. Hindi rin totoo na ngayon lamang nakaranas ang Pilipinas ng mabilis na paglago ng ekonomiya kumpara sa ating mga karating bansa. Noong first quarter ng 2013, naungusan natin ang GDP growth ng China at ng Indonesia. At sa first quarter ng 2016, ang Pilipinas ang fastest growing economy sa rehiyon. Kabaliktaran nito noong panahon ng nakatatandang Marcos kung saan ang Pilipinas ay tinawag na sick man of Asia dahil sa naranasang worst post-war recession o pagbagsak ng ekonomiya sa pagtatapos ng rehimen. Kaya mga kapatid, huwag agad maniwala sa ating mga nababasa o napapanood online. Laging maging mapanuri at mag-research para makaiwas sa mga maling impormasyon.
The fact is, this can distort our understanding of facts, leading them to form inaccurate opinions or make voting decisions based on false or misleading information. To avoid, voters should fact-check information using reliable sources, avoid sharing posts without verifying them, get news from multiple credible outlets, engage in open discussions to help others spot misinformation as well.
What is bandwagon effect? Bandwagon effect is when people support someone or something just because many others are doing the same. In the 2022 Philippine election, some people voted for a candidate who was leading the survey because they thought that person would be elected.
Yung number one ingredient din ng leadership, aside from character, is you show up in the most difficult times. Pag hindi ka mag-show up in the most difficult times, hindi ka leader. So kahit mahirap, kailangan nandyan ka, kailangan kaya mong harapin yung mga itatanong tungkol sa'yo. Kailangan kaya mong masagot kung ano yung issues dapat sa'yo. Hindi ka magtatago. Kaya para sa akin, ito yung pagbibigay halaga at respeto sa taong bayan na maghahalal sa'yo.
This effect can lead unfair results because people may not vote for the one they truly believe but just follow what others are doing.
So, how to avoid? Learn more about each candidate and their plans. Don't base your vote only on survey or what others say. Make your own choice.
Is negativity bias. Negativity bias is a tendency to pay more attention on negative information rather than to positive information. For example, in the 2022 Philippine election, some voters focused more on the candidates' past problems shared online like corruption issues than their current platforms.
Sinungaling, walang paninindigan, kulang sa gawa, mabait, pero di sapat. Yan ang mga sagot ni Vice President Leni Robredo sa isang one-on-one interview nang tanungin siya kung bakit hindi dapat iboto ang mga kalaban niyang kandidato. Ano kaya ang reaksyon dyan ng ibang presidential aspirants? Nasa frontline ng balitang yan, si Ryan Ang.
Hindi nangimi sa pagsagot si Vice President Leni Robredo sa tanong ni Boy Abunda sa one-on-one presidential interviews kung bakit hindi dapat iboto ang mga kalaban niya sa pagkapangulo. Si Bongbong Marcos, unang-una raw, sinungaling kasi at hindi nagpapakita sa anyay difficult moments. Si Mayor Isko Moreno, hindi naman daw klaro ang paninindigan sa maraming bagay. Marami naman daw salita si Senator Ping Lacson pero kulang sa on-the-ground na gawa. At si Senator Manny Pacquiao, mabuti naman daw ang kalooban pero hindi raw ito sapat. Tinanong din si Robredo kung bakit naman siya ang dapat iboto. Anya, ipinakita ng pandemya at ng iba pang nagdaang krisis na nag-shine ng mga babaeng leader. Ipinakita niya raw yan sa kanyang mga nagawa sa Office of the Vice President. Maraming krisis daw sila na nagpasan with flying colors. Sagot naman ni Lacson sa sinabi ni Robredo, hindi siya kulang on the ground. Hindi lang daw talaga siya maepal tuwing nagbibigay siya ng tulong tulad sa mga biktima ng kalamidad. Nauna nang sumalang sa one-on-one interview si Lacson. Sabi niya, hindi dapat iboto ang iba dahil tumatakbo siyang Pangulo. Siya raw ang most qualified, most competent at most experienced. Ang tagapagsalita naman ni Marcos Jr. nanindigang pagkakaisa ang isinusulong nila. Hindi raw sasali si BBM sa negative at hateful campaigning. Ganyan din ang sinagot ni BBM nang tanongin kung bakit hindi dapat iboto ang iba. Pero anya, sa lahat ng kandidato, siya raw ang dapat iboto dahil gusto niya ng unity. Sabi naman ni Mayor Isko, abangan na lang mamaya ang sagot niya sa parehong tanong sa naturang presidential interview na ipapalabas mamaya. Bukas naman makapanood ang interview kay Pacquiao. Paliwanag naman ni Robredo sa pinag-usapang mga sagot niya.
Ayoko nang dagdagan pa yung conversation. Alam ko na may mga mararuffle ako ng feathers, pero tinatanong kasi ako eh. Ayoko naman na sumagot na parang umiiwas. In my honest opinion, yun talaga yung palagay ko na kailangan ko isagot.
Nagbabalita mula sa Frontline, Ryan Ang, News 5.
Many voters were influenced more on the negative side of the candidate than their present qualifications, which may have led them to reject potentially capable leaders based on old or one-sided information. How to avoid? To avoid negativity bias, focus on looking at the bigger picture. Try to check facts from reliable sources and think about their plans for the future, not just their past.
Your vote is powerful. It can change lives, not just yours, but the future of your whole community and country. But if we let these brain tricks control us, we risk choosing the wrong leaders for the wrong reason. So before you decide, pause and ask yourself, am I thinking clearly? Am I being fair? Am I choosing with facts and not just feelings? Don't let bias steal your voice. Be a wise voter. Be a responsible citizen. Because a better election begins with a better you.